Good morning. It is 8 o'clock. I'm Wally Desley. Here's what's making news for this hour. Global News is identifying a mother of 5 who was allegedly shot and killed by her ex-boyfriend last week outside a home in Fort Saskatchewan. Colleen Stiletto, who was 46, was a yoga instructor, artist, and also photographer. She had previously dated 54-year-old Paul Jacob, who was also found dead outside the home on Friday. Police say there were children living in the house, but that they weren't there at the time of the shooting. Police are searching for an inmate who escaped from a prison in central Alberta over the weekend. Officials say they noticed the prisoner was missing during a head count Sunday morning at a Bowden institution. Kenton Matthew Boyle, who was 29, had been serving a 4.5-year sentence for armed robbery and other offenses. He is described 5'7", 177 pounds, with a fair complexion and brown hair. He's got tattoos on his chest and also on his right arm. Edmonton's police force defending its chief with data to support of suggestions he made that out-of-work oil patch workers could be to blame for the city's recent rise in crime. The Edmonton Police Service released tables and charts that it claims show monthly crime statistics in Edmonton climbing over the past 12 months as oil prices dropped to record lows. The data was provided in response to a request from Melissa Blake, the mayor of the regional municipality of Wood Buffalo, that Chief Rod Kinect back up his claim that low oil prices and crime were connected. Acting Chief Brian Simpson scheduled to speak about the issue on the steps of police headquarters this morning. A driver in Edmonton facing criminal charge after police allege he was clocked going 4 times the posted speed limit in a school zone. Officers say the vehicle was traveling 122 kilometers per hour early Friday afternoon in an area that was zoned for 30. Police say children and others were present but not hurt. 25-year-old Brody Ray Christensen is charged with dangerous driving under the Criminal Code and careless driving under the Traffic Safety Act. Police say Christensen had a graduate driver's license. A Saskatchewan Aboriginal community had passed a new law prohibiting drugs and alcohol. The Band Council at Red Earth Creek First Nation passed the law in response to a number of drug and alcohol-related deaths on the reserve. Councillor Charlene Head said in a news release that the community members didn't want the law tomorrow, they wanted it now. Head said youth told council a solution was needed that was different from what's already been done. And finally, red dresses were seen hanging in several spots in Winnipeg over the weekend in recognition of murdered and missing Aboriginal women. 5 years ago, Métis artist Jamie Black photographed hanging red dresses, which to her symbolized the missing or murdered women no longer around to wear them. She asked Canadians to join in this year by displaying a red dress in a public place yesterday in remembrance for missing and murdered Indigenous women. 7 dresses were seen hanging from the fence surrounding the memorial for 15-year-old Tina Fontaine, whose body was found last year in Winnipeg wrapped in a bag. Those were some of the stories making news for this hour. The weather forecast is next.